spins there. The point in the heart is a point that's adhered to the Creator, but in our senses, it's in us, seemingly not connected to the Creator, but it longs for Him.
And what bothers it? What disturbs it?
What bothers it? The ego that separates between her and the Creator.
But what is that same ego?
That ego is the 125 degrees that she came down from Ein Sof to the degree of this world.
In relation to what he spoke here of roots and branches, is that related?
Everything is connected. Niv, scrutinize before you ask. It's in the manner of what's written here. I don't know what you're asking about. For you, it's understood as one thing, and me, it's understood as something else. What's written here, it's a third thing. Ask in a clear way.
He says there is a law of roots and branches, and that the branch has to return to its root. How is that related to the point in the heart's work and the evil inclination that resists it?
The evil inclination is the force that resists returning the point in the heart to the Creator, which is the godly part from above.
Is that related to the root and branch? The godly part from above is the root of the point in the heart. Is that where it needs to return to?
Yes.
And how are the rest of our desires related that aren't the evil inclination?
All the rest of our desires stem from the shattering of the Kli of Adam HaRishon.
And they don't need to be corrected? Because he wrote here that everything needs to be corrected.
We need to correct them by associating them with the point in the heart.
But in the beginning, the first stage is that we don't even relate to it. What does it mean to relate them to the point in the heart? We said we pay attention only to the point in the heart. That's what I'm asking.
If you constantly pay attention to the point in the heart, if you were to pay attention all the time to the point in the heart, then you don't need anything more than that, because you will see each time that it is more and more heavy. And that's how you will have to give more forces, more prayers to advance it, to adhere, to stick it to the Creator.
And that corrects the rest of the desires?
Yes, they all participate in this. All the qualities participate in this. Okay, Lebich.
Can you again try and characterize what the point in the heart is, how it can be identified? Can you again, I know we spoke about it a lot, but if you can again.
The part of God from above that's in man. That's it. Identify it. What would drag you to the wisdom of Kabbalah? Start scrutinizing that. Start scrutinizing what it is. Discover. Who's there? Chup.
Rav, in
relation to the method of the passing of the Chokhmah, he says the first world that all the worlds come out of, etc. And then he concludes, and whatever is there will never be revealed in the world, because you don't have the giver, what he does not have in him. And what we learn is that in this world we have the shattering, which we gradually discover.
In this world, I don't know what that is.
Okay, I'll ask differently. The first imprint, that complete state where we talk about Adam HaRishon, the complete system, that's the same?
In Adam HaRishon, okay, well, next.
So in Adam HaRishon there wasn't a shattering. We said he received all the light, and he did not have the shattering. And what we call in this world, that we come to the upper world, in the revelation of the shattering, we return back to the whole state of Adam Harishon. So if I correctly understand the process, how can he say?
No, you didn't understand the process. There's no point in continuing.
So help me understand.
Adam Harishon is the soul. This soul went through a shattering. As in the example of the world of Nikodim, where the partzuf of the world of Sag, which became the world of Nikodim, to Katnut, and then in Gadlut, it shattered. That's like the example of like Adam Harishon.
Meaning the shattering already exists in the upper system, but the correction of the shattering does not?
No.
But he says here, you don't have the giver that does not give what he does not have in him. So he didn't have the correction that we are now causing him? Maybe I'm asking incorrectly.
I don't understand. When we pray, when we ask for the Creator to give us the forces, and then the filling, the masach, everything that we need, we receive from Him. So we receive. You're asking, how can it be that in the Creator, all those preparations that He's giving us for correcting?
Yes.
Because there's the existence of Adam Harishon fully there. It's only towards us that the shattering was. If you're asking whether Adam Harishon, the corrected Adam Harishon, is in the end of creation, of course he is.
That includes the shattering inside of it?
Including the shattering within him? What is that? Why is that important?
We are in a state that we're looking to unify our points in the heart. And we see also in the world clear there is a very, very strong effort to understand this. It feels that it's like we're missing something. We're missing the presence of the Creator. So, how, I don't really know how to ask this, but how does this thing we're lacking here already exist in the upper world?
Gemara Tikkun fully exists in the upper world, and also you, nice, cute Asaf, is there with your nice chup, and also in a corrected manner. Yes, there's no, one thing does not bother the other.
Where is that deficiency, that same deficiency that we now need? Where does it exist in the root?
The end of an act is in the initial thought. There's the beginning and the end, they're both completely clear. But the beginning and the end needs to go by the creature called Adam, or person, who needs to be incorporated with this whole process from beginning to end, and then he will be similar to the Creator. But towards the Creator, there's no problem. It's only relative to a man that it has to be revealed.
So it means that because that our perception of reality isn't whole, isn't complete?
Let's say I want you to be a good mechanic. He'll tell you. Where's Bill? Bill's here, yeah. So what does it mean to be a good mechanic? So I'm going to bring you to some Cadillac, and I say, you see it? Yes. Come tomorrow, I'm going to give it to you. You are happy, nice. You come the next day, the same Cadillac, only that it is all completely destroyed. You have to arrange it, prepare it, connect it back. So you have to know every part, what it's there and why it's there. It's not that you're taking some steering wheel and you think, oh, is this a steering wheel or is it a wheel? And what does it spin and what does it do? Maybe some other piece from the engine. Does it even belong to this or not? Maybe it's my vacuum cleaner. All kinds of things. You are learning all the details and the necessity for each of them all the way. And you collect those things, and then You control the matter. The Creator wants us to control creation like He does. Therefore, relative to us, He shattered this creation and gave it to us so that we will do it. But we're not capable of doing so. It's different work than collecting pieces of a machine, and that's why we need Him. And then we discover that the problem is not connecting creation, but rather to be like Him. Like Him, really. Meaning when we learn not the parts of creation, but how they need to be connected, how they need to work in the proper coordination between them. And then from your actions, we get to know you. And then from that, I understand who the Creator is. Because He understands